So it was wonderful to have all of you yesterday. Today into the second day of meditation. Before we start, I wanted to run a quick poll. I know many are still joining, but I think we'll get enough understanding about our meditation practice. Some of you are doing different kinds of practices. So Pradeep, can you run that to start the poll? It takes about a couple of minutes. Let's understand a little bit around how long your practice has been and your understanding about reality. So I have got two questions. So the question says, how long have you been meditating, if you are meditating, your regularity in meditation? Prayer, yoga, contemplation, pranayama, these are not meditation. That's not what we're considering as meditation. What's the percentage you got?
Okay, so less than 1 week is 38%. Less than 6 months, 36%. Less than 1 year, 7%, and greater than 1 year, 18%.
Okay.
So we have around 77% who are less than 6 months.
Okay, so that's a bigger number than expected. So less than 1 week is 40%. So it's a smaller number than expected. Interesting. Okay, that's great. Next one.
So 88% said yes. 1% said no, and 11% do not know.
Okay, this is consistent. Great. Thank you, Pradeep. We're going to come back to these two questions. Okay, first one, we understand that many are meditating. So essentially what we're hearing is more than 60% here in this group are meditating less than 6 months. So many, of course, some may be beginners, but definitely perhaps most of them are meditating for more than a week to 2 weeks, and which is a good thing. So that means we're going to have we're going to have deeper meditations. We can actually do some advanced things as we go along in this 40 days. The second one, our thoughts and feelings create reality. 88% say that yes, it is true. Then it is a job half done, and we are already halfway the mark. If we understand that thoughts and feelings create reality, then a reality is why we exist, a reality that we can make ourselves as happy and as blissful as we want to be, as successful we want to be. It's all reality. And so if that's all it is, then if there is a tool which can change our thoughts and feelings into a different thing that supports a new reality. Thoughts and feelings create reality. So if we can change our thoughts and feelings to create a new reality, then we are good. And friends, this mindfulness meditation that we are practicing is exactly doing that. And in fact, our whole goal of this meditation practice is to understand this process of how thoughts and feelings create reality, and then how we can change that. We have a conscious mind, subconscious mind, unconscious mind. If you take a mind and then divide into three, conscious, wakeful, active, the mind that is very active, that's decision making, that's cognitive, that's reading, that's listening, that's creating, that's analyzing, all of this is conscious mind, the biggest part of the brain. Then there is subconscious, which is smaller part of the brain. And there is unconscious, when unconscious not in the medical terms, but unconscious where it is just doing things without even knowing about it, anything about it. So the conscious mind is the bigger portion of the brain, which is, if you divide the brain into three areas, the whole thing, just around, we have the whole skull, and then put a layer on top of the skull, thicker, is almost more than 90% in size. The whole brain, if you take the whole brain, 90% of the brain or bigger is this conscious brain. Or the brain which is supporting the conscious activity. Mind is outside, brain is the part of the body. But 90% of this brain is supporting the conscious activity. What is conscious mind activity? Is active listening, doing things, analyzing, cognitive capabilities, all of that. Most of the things that we do in our daily life is from there. Most of the things that actually we do, consciously we do, meaning we are aware that we are doing. But the subconscious mind, which is small, and it is called in medical terms the limbic brain. The front one is called the neocortex. Inside one is called limbic brain. And the third one inside, deep inside, is called reptile brain. So the subconscious is for long term, for habits, for perceptions, for attitudes. The subconscious is storing things that are repetitive. So whatever is your habit, whatever is your perception, your attitudes, your beliefs, all of them are there in the subconscious. Everything that you experience once, you are taking it consciously if you are experiencing it. But then when you experience it again and again, you brood over something again and again, or you enjoy something, relive a loving moment again and again, it's going as a deeper memory. The more times you repeat and then learn again and again, then it goes into the subconscious, because subconscious is about habits, beliefs, attitudes, perceptions. Things that we form. My company is great, or my company just does not bother about employees. My boss is really supportive. Oh, he's just waste. Always selfish, only takes care of himself. A belief or a perception we form, and then because always selfish, then we just take. And because we have a belief about a person or a place or a thing, then immediately we sort of hold off at that point. If you have this kind of belief, then you hold off information. You hold off engagement. Because you feel that person is always selfish. What's the point? He's angry. He's authoritative. He's just pushing people down. We make these beliefs, and it's okay. Once or twice you have an engagement, and then so you had a problem, so it is fine. But then what do? We keep repeating. So the brain, the way it's learning is that when you repeat things, it is going in. It's going into the subconscious or the second brain, limbic brain, where it's a long-term memory. Habits are formed. The unconscious part, which is automatically doing things for us, like the blood circulation, lung expansion, contractions, the heart beating, they're all automatically happening unconsciously. So the first brain is called learning brain, conscious. Second is called doing. Third is called being. Difference. Even though 90% is the frontal brain, which is the cognitive, which is the conscious mind, but guess what? According to stats, only 5% of the time we are utilizing it. 95% of an average person, we are using the subconscious brain, which is projected. The subconscious, unconscious together, they are the ones who are projecting. And then our daily life is based on what we got stored there. And daily life is based on what we got stored there, based on the beliefs, based on the habits that we have. And as a result, even though you want something, you can't get it because it's all driven by the subconscious. So the meditation practice then is about understanding and then removing what is there in the deeper subconscious layers, and then remove and then reprogram it. And it is about expanding our knowledge and consciousness so that we can expand your conscious brain, which is so powerful. We want to expand our conscious brain, utilize it, improve our memory, improve various powers, and expand, learn more. And we want to contract things that are not supporting, which is all in the subconscious. So our whole practice in the next 40 days is going to be revolving around learning more, and it's going to be revolving around taking out unwanted stuff by emptying our mind. So meditation is supporting in both ways. It empties our mind regularly, and then it is also helping to learn more. It is increasing the neural connections. Some of these concepts we're going to learn in detail. But I wanted to bring that point that we got to traverse under both paths, learn more. So learning more by reading, learning more by sharing, actively engaging, listening to others' experiences when they talk about it and say, okay, it's not for me. Because every experience has something to learn. Reading, engaging, and then listening to others' experiences. Meditation, of course, is we're practicing here, and then we'll also, where you have taken time, you can take time and then practice a second time or third time. So friends, let's go into this breath mindfulness meditation once again. Many might have missed, but we sent a newsletter last night explaining the process. We are following Anapanasati, our breath mindfulness meditation, where we observe our normal natural breath. The goal is to empty the mind of all thoughts. And when we observe our normal natural breath, we become empty slowly. So the posture is very, very simple. We close your eyes. To do this meditation, you close your eyes, cross your fingers into fingers, cross your feet at ankle. 3 things you do. Remove the specs. And then observe your normal natural breath. Take any point on the nose and observe. Breath is going in, coming out, going in, coming out. Slowly, slowly. As you're observing, the thoughts come down. It's a process. As you observe, the thoughts come down. And then slowly, 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 you might not remember that you're observing the breath. So that means you're going into an empty state. Or as the breath becomes shorter, shorter to the point where it becomes a dot, and then you may feel like it is non-existent anymore. But that's also the time you're going into the other side where you're totally empty. Our goal is to go as empty as possible. And as the brain is mind is becoming empty and empty, then we are receiving energy, or we are merging into an emptiness that we are deep inside. We really are totally empty inside. So we're going to merge into that emptiness. We start experiencing. We might have some experiences, may not have any experiences. And when we have those experiences, I want us to be just observing as a witness. Whatever that you feel, the pain or the heaviness or the lightness, moment, we'll learn the experiences after meditation. But whatever you feel, whatever you see, whatever you experience, just be an observer of it, and then continue to be practicing the breath mind, continue to be observing your breath. And breath becomes lighter, so then slowly you're going to the other side. When you go to the other side where you don't know about yourself, where you are, it's fine. It is a state where you're the right state to be in. If thoughts come back and put your attention onto the breath. It's normal that thoughts keep coming, so come back and put attention, dear friends. So this is what is called breath mindfulness meditation. Let's practice it once again today. We're going to go a little longer, but it's going to go like that. Now, before the meditation, we are doing this elevating our heart. I explained the process yesterday. We're going to go brief today and then tomorrow explain in detail again. The heart elevation process is simple. Instead of keeping your fingers into fingers like this, keep your fingers. You keep your hands on a chest area like this. And close your eyes. And then you rest your attention on the breath as well as on your heart. That heart which is beating. And this heart is the seat of all emotions. So whatever we experience in life is it's all coming through here. Heart reflects it immediately. So our goal in this heart elevation process is to feel an heightened emotion like love, gratitude, compassion. You can recollect an event from your life where you spent time with a child or a good one or someone your parents you're caring for. Any of those emotions you can recollect, which is going to make you connect with other person. Love, gratitude, where you expressed thank you and then forgiveness and gratitude to somebody, right? Any of those events you can recollect and feel that emotion and sustain that emotion in your heart for the next few minutes. And then we're going to the breath mindfulness meditation. I'm going to guide so you can very easily follow me. And then use the process. And then the feelings you may get, not get is a different thing, right? But the process is something that you try to follow to your best of your ability. And do not judge anything, but just follow. The time can go by pretty quickly. And it is okay if you didn't feel anything at all. Right, friends? Relax yourself. Sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Wonderful, friends. When we give ourselves enough time, suddenly the mind, which thousands of thoughts, takes time to settle down. We gain that clarity. Just like that pond with a lot of ripples, you can't see anything. Slowly, slowly give it time, it settles down, then totally clear. You can see the bottom. You can see the jewels. Because the jewels are always there inside us. Those gifts are there with us inside. with enough practice, we'll start finding all our real gifts inside, our talents. Everybody has gifts. Gift of singing, gift of writing, gift of expressing. And the moment we discover that gift, the talent, then our purpose, our clarity emerges and say, oh, this is what I can do and this is what gives me real happiness. One of the reasons why meditation is giving that clarity of purpose is because everybody starts listening inside more deeply, because they're seeing clearly, when the mud is settled down, they're clearly seeing what is that hidden jewel for me inside, it is there with me. It's all completely masked off with a rat race outside. So as you are relaxing in, we'll learn a little more about meditation. So I want to show a couple of slides, particularly around the experience of meditation. Because in meditation, when we empty our mind, then we are withdrawing our attention off this body, off this physical life, because all the thoughts are, we spoke about it, all the thoughts are nothing but set of events, our experiences. Every thought is about an experience, which means it's about a person, place, thing. In meditation, we're withdrawing our attention of the thought. That means we're withdrawing attention of all the life experiences. That means we're withdrawing our attention of everybody, everything, and every place. And when we do that, we are experiencing our energy. Now, what is this energy? It's 99.99% is energy, according to quantum physics. So the matter is 0.01%. So then everything that we know so far is about this material reality. That means we only know about 0.01%. So we don't know about that 99.99%. So it goes without saying that when we don't know about something, and it's tough to explain what that something is because we don't even know, right? So we will start experiencing several things in meditation as we are withdrawing our attention of the matter. Then we are becoming that experience, we're becoming that energy, we're feeling that emptiness, that energy inside. And then as that energy is being felt, now we experience many ways. Do I know, do you know? Many of us do not know why many things happen, but they do happen. However, we can put an observation over a period of time, over thousands and lakhs and millions of people practicing, then you know that, okay, this is happening. And we will try to explain a little bit through the science, a little bit. But not everything can be explained. What's certain is that many are experiencing one way or the other. It is experiencing that energy. If we take ourselves grossly as three things: body, physical body, mind, which is mind and intellect together, and then energy body. Three things. So when we rest the mind, then our physical body is completely disappearing. And then what we're experiencing is that energy that we are. Or other way to say is that our body is experiencing that energy. It's becoming one with that energy. So we're experiencing that energy field in many ways. So there are many experiences for in meditation that we understand a little bit, so that you know when you're experiencing this, when you're feeling it, it's easy to know that yes, it's normal. So experience of meditation are like the joyful ride or the fearful ride, whichever way you want to take that picture on the right side. Is it joyful? Is it fearful? It's up to us. Initially maybe fearful, but we know that once you start doing anything that we're fearful, and then we do it once and then twice, then it becomes so wonderful, it becomes so joyous. So I guess that's what it is going to be. For those who are beginners, You might suddenly feel worried if your heart is beating faster. If there is some throbbing pain on the right part of your brain, which you didn't realize, and you suddenly stop feeling your left hand at all and say, hey, what's happening? I don't even feel the left hand. But it is there all are various energy experiences, and everything that happens in meditation is absolutely safe and it's normal. Many people are experiencing the same. So it's not different, it's not something out of ordinary, because it is an experience of that energy that we are receiving, or we are feeling, or we have become. So if there are few experiences, lightness in the body, if you feel very, very light, normally you know what you are. So light or heaviness is based on what you think you are, right? What your normal state is, right? Everything is with respect to what you know of. So lightness or heaviness. Now heaviness in the body or in any part of the body can be felt. Only head is heavy. My head used to be so heavy in the initial days. Some days, even now also, some days my body feels very heavy. Some days. But this heaviness and lightness generally is going away after a few months of practice of meditation. Again, everything I say to friends is not an absolute term. Generally is going away after a few months means that for some people it can be there forever also, and it is fine. Right? Anything that's out of ordinary means that you are going beyond your body or beyond your regular known mind, and also you're experiencing something other than that, and then the whole idea is to go into that emptiness, that energy. And if quantum physics says that we all are that energy and we're all connected to each other, and this energy field has infinite possibilities, now what are we doing with the meditation is to tapping into that field and extracting and receiving those possibilities and make those possibilities happen into our life by tapping. It's all an energy work. But but before, as we get there, of course, since we are lowering our thought, and when I spoke in the beginning, that it's all about changing your thought to create a reality, because thoughts create realities. So as we lower the frequency of those thoughts which are unsupportive of the life process, those negative thoughts, stressful thoughts, anxious thoughts, we lower the volume of that by this deep meditation on one side, right? So it's anyway already helping us. But on top of it, then by connecting to that field, we're going a step next and then receiving newer possibilities that otherwise we never thought are possible in our life. If we thought that, somebody yesterday was, a few days ago, telling me that I want to gain that promotion, but you know what, there are 3 levels in between me. It's a common question for anybody. I want to get there, but I have 3 levels in between me. So is it possible? Am I wasting my time? I say, you're not wasting your time. If you understand the quantum field model, that everything is unpredictable and then any possibility exists, right? We all are here. In the next moment, do we expect that we all will continue to be there? Can we 100% possibly say? There are many reasons why we can just suddenly get disconnected. It's possible. We know that. So same way anything is possible is the mindset that we develop. And so whatever that we may wish and want to have is absolutely possible, provided we believe in it 100% and then not have a doubt. So dear friends, so meditation is helping us experience some of these to feel that we are on the path in some cases. In some cases it is helping us, as we feel them, it is also healing our body and our mind and intellect, and all the bodies it is healing. Physical body, many ailments, stress is removed. So many of the experiences are also related to where body is healing. It's taking healing process. If somebody's felt deep pain in any part of the body, it definitely means that it is working on some part of the body, releasing those blocks of energy so that you become lighter. Or it is probably working on removing a whole set of deeper suppressed emotions that are there over a period of time you've held back. You've been told that as a man cannot cry. Hey, what are you crying? And so we hold it so deeply and that we just don't even get it out. There's no emotional, there's no feeling expressed. And so all of that, it gets healed in meditation. So we might experience pain, we might experience all kinds of past memories suddenly might come. Some scary memory might come, some scary event might come back and show up. And anything those are showing up, either it is wanting you to understand it and then look into it so that you don't have to anymore ignore it. First some people are thinking of death is so scary. They think of symmetry, they say, okay, no, there's symmetry there, let's go from the other side. They don't even want to drive by the symmetry. Because why? There is that fear developed inside us, right? Oh, symmetry means all these spirits will be there, ghosts will be there, and unnecessary energy. But guess what? The more you understand the life beyond life, what happened? The more we understand the life beyond life, then it becomes easy to understand that whether you go by symmetry or go into the symmetry or meditate in symmetry, it's all the same. There isn't anything called a ghost. There isn't anything called a spirit. But we overcome all those fears as we understand and study more. So in meditation, we are experiencing several of those, starting from lightness, heaviness, to tingling sensations, to energy, where some parts may not exist. You might see colors. You might see a lot of, particularly women see sensations here. And in matters of meditation, women have some advantage. I mean, the feminine energy has some advantage. It's easy for them to go in because they are less. The feminine energy, I'm not talking about women, feminine and masculine, two energies. The feminine energy is looking more holistic, more trying to understand things together in a larger perspective. But the masculine energy is trying to divide, compartmentalize it. And guess what's happening in meditation? We're becoming whole. We're becoming that energy field. So more we're becoming whole. So if you already have developed that thinking that no, you want to connect things, not separate things. So they tend to have a little more experience. So those who have feminine energy, everybody has both energies. And meditation is making us balanced. Those who have dominant masculine energy, control, power, right, compartmentalize, too much logic, too much analysis. Meditation is helping us develop that feminine energy so that we become whole, and vice versa. So having these tingling sensations here, they're all normal, dear friends. And what do we do when we get these experiences? We just continue practicing. Don't break your meditation because you're feeling a little bit of pain, a little bit of discomfort, or you suddenly feel that your body did not exist. Perfect. In fact, you should be happy. Celebrate that. If you felt that way, that means you're really are experiencing that energy, right? So don't break your meditations, continue the practice. You only break the meditation when you absolutely feel now it's so uncomfortable, so much painful, you can't bear the pain. Then of course, pain is less than 0.1% people experience it, so it's not a problem, right? And so just be with it. And then when you have that, then of course, if your body is really swaying this way, that way, and then it's not supporting your meditation, disturbing you, then that's the time you hold back, break the meditation, and go back again and meditate. So we continue it. And then a common question that comes, I'm not able to concentrate. I'm not able to concentrate also many times. And so is the case with many meditators who meditate for a long time. It is a natural state of mind. And so it is okay, because as we practice more slowly, we are increasing or observing the breath part longer. That's all. How long can I hold on to the breath and put our attention onto the breath increases slowly. But still the thoughts becoming zero is rarely possible. And so, but however, when every time some meditations where we feel that we are sleeping, or we feel we didn't know what happened. So those are the states where you've naturally gone into a empty state already, right? Fully empty state. And so there are many things that happen, dear friends. Even if you felt always thinking in your meditation, but recognize that always every meditation is good meditation because you are gone into that empty states for a shorter period of time. So we'll learn more on meditation. What is meditation, what is not meditation tomorrow. Thank you all and have a very wonderful day. And before that, I request Karthikeyan sir to have his comments to close.
Wonderful. It was a great session. Beautiful. I think easily one of the best sessions we have had in recent times. Lovely meditation, beautiful music, very soothing. As I mentioned earlier, I came 10 minutes earlier today just to see. I found about 200 people all sitting in meditation. That's why I suggested, you create a proper tempo, atmosphere for your program with such lovely music. People are already in a meditative mood and ready to absorb what is being said and done later on. So I'm going to convey to the Israeli Deputy Chief of Mission. In future, it will be around 6:15, the meditation proper will start.
Yes, sir.
And think today around 7, you breathe and you ask for interaction. Yes, sharing is very, very important. There are more brilliant people here. I can see, you can ask people. Some of them have just joined, like Kalpana Shankar. I didn't see her, but you mentioned yesterday. I know she's going to be with us. Even 1 or 2 days, how they feel. Some people who have done after a long time. Good to know what is their immediate reaction also. Of course, Gaisab is always there. SVB, Ramani, everybody is there. But ask for people who want to share for the first time. That's more valuable to us. Some of the great masters also, they can share. That will be a good idea to do that. What happened was perfect today. Good. Please keep it up. Wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you all.